What's up, friend, and welcome back to another Avatar: The Last Airbender standard video. And today it is time for us to be evil because we are going to be playing Jeskai Control. We're going to play Jeskai Control because it's one of the best positioned decks in standard right now. The version you're looking at here won one of the most recent standard challenges with a 9-1 record. You can also see right here that there's actually a Jeskai Control deck that won the challenge from today as well. Now, these decks are a little bit different. This version has 2 copies of Rest in Peace and 2 copies of the Unagi of Kyoshi Island. The version that we're going to be playing is without the Rest in Pieces in the main, and a little bit more focused towards like creature decks. So if you see a lot of creature decks, you want to play the version that we're going to be playing in this video. If you see a lot of like lesson deck lists, then I recommend the version that won the challenge today. I'll make sure to link both in the description. But Jeskai Control, quite a lot has changed, and sadly enough, the thing I love the most about Jeskai Control is gone, which is Shiko. Shiko is a card that interacted with the graveyard, and I assume that the gamers are out of Shiko because the graveyard is kind of like hated on nowadays. Simultaneously, there are these new cards from the Avatar that the deck picked up that are very, very powerful. Win cons, great sources of card advantage. I'm talking about Wanshitong Librarian and the Unagi of Kyoshi Island. The Wanshitong Librarian is an X-blue-blue 1/1 bird with flash, flying, and vigilance. When Wanshitong enters, you put X1 counters on him, then draw 12 X cards rounded down. Whenever an opponent searches their library, you put a 1/1 counter on Wanshitong and draw a card. In a game, like in a deck like Jeskai Control, these games are going to go on for a very, very long time. So you can definitely get to a position where Wanshitong is like X's 8. You have yourself a very, very powerful flyer in the air that's going to close the game out really quickly, but also draw you a ton of cards. So perfect win condition in a control deck. The Unagi of Kyoshi Island is finally catching on. Like when I first saw this card, I was like, this has to be good, right? Didn't really see a whole lot of play up until now. But it's finally seeing a lot of play in these like control style decks, and even in like the sideboard of like Midrange and stuff. The 5-mana 5/5 with flash, waterbend 4, that's the word cost. And whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw 2 cards. So great against the lesson deck list. Also really nice against like other decks that are capable of drawing a lot of cards. And waterbend 4 word cost is especially like impressive, especially in a control deck where perhaps your opponent has to commit with like 6 mana to remove this. Then your no more lives like works again, for instance. Could be a really good situation to find yourself in. Another creature we're playing is Midrange River Regent for its like flexibility of like the Omen instant effect where you draw 3 cards and discard a card, which is a very powerful 6-mana 6/7 dragon with flying. There's also 3 copies of Jeskai Revelation in here. Like the older Shiko versions had like a single copy of Jeskai Revelation. So we're back on that. It's a 7-mana instant where you return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Then Jeskai Revelation deals 4 damage to any target, creates 2 1/1 white and 1 creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards, you gain for life. I mean, Jeskai Revelation is just a bomb, right? Like, you just want to make sure you survive long enough to make it to Jeskai Revelation and then overwhelm your opponent with the value that a card like this provides. And those monk tokens are also going to be doing a pretty good job closing out the game for you. But to get to those expensive cards, we have to survive, and that's obviously something that Jeskai Control is fantastic at. So we have 3 board wipes, Day of Judgments. We have a bunch of counter magic. I already mentioned No More Lies, but also 3 steps ahead. 2 copies of Seam Rip to interact with mana value 2 or less, like permanents, which is really nice, null and permanents. Torture Tower. We got some Abrades as well, so a little bit of like Lesson Hate, or even like against the Lumbering Rolled Wagon, which is also a pretty common deck list nowadays with the Might Form Harmonizer. Card advantage, plenty of it. 4 copies Consult the Star Charts, 4 copies of Stock Up, and then for a little bit more survivability and creature interaction, 4 copies of Lightning Helix as well. So Jeskai Control is just doing so good at the moment. I mean, you saw it yourself on the page that I showed earlier that it's just placing a lot like in these like very like top 8s and all the challenges, winning the challenges. It's also doing really great on MTG Arena win rate rise. So if you want to play a deck list that wins, then you want to play Jeskai Control. And that hurts me to say. I'm not really even a control enjoyer at all, but Jeskai is just doing so good right now. So let's dive into the gameplay. You can check it out for yourself. Let me know what you think about these changes in Jeskai Control, and if you miss Shiko just like I do. And let's get into the gameplay. I like this hand, but the mana is unplayable. For 2 Ultimas. Okay, immediately finds another lesson deck. Just kill me. Bruh. Haven't seen lessons all day. All day. Hoi Pop. Hoe gaat ie? Well, yeah, the classic control experience. Just run into your worst matchup all the time. Get punished. Jesus. Torch to Grand. A bitch tried, but I failed. I tried. Dreamer luck. Right, right. There's such a thing? This is gonna be another slaughter, I fear. I mean, I want to be greedy and just grab the revelation, I guess. The only upside here is that this player is stuck on lands, so that helps us because we have like not the right cards to work with, so. Why is it called No More Lies? I gotta try. The most important one to hit. Try to kill Gran. Burn the witch. Yeah. See if we can get her. You know, at least we're getting these quenches out. That do be pretty important. Yeah, we're playing Control. You know, chat's kind of been wanting it all day. Good amount of people in the chat, that is. So, I deliver. Yeah, there's 3 quenches gone already, so hoping for the best. I do wonder if I play this guy first, though. I'm actually just gonna put him in play, uncounterable. Good flash. Draw me some cards, buddy. Draw me some cards. Whee! And we take that, and we take that. Welcome back, Fairy Mastermind. Well, can't do shit about that. At least I could fire off a Jeskai Revelation now, so take it. I mean, it's too valuable not to take, right? Like, I do want to hold up the counter magic for like monuments and shit, but this is too valuable. Turn Dark spell or permanent. Starting town. I don't know. I mean, I need to pressure them out too. Like, nah, like I'm okay. I think we handled that fine. I think we saw a window, and I'm just gonna take it. Worked out well, I'd say. I mean, Tishana is sus, though, like... I really like Beza in this match. Like, I definitely think there's an angle where you just, like... outlive. They have a somewhat slower start, you can just... survive. Bouncing starting down is low-key evil. Yeah, right? Like... sets them back real good. I liked it. Like doing it too. I guess Annul's better for Monument than Tidebinder. Yeah, I like Tidebinder for Rel, but like, he's got hold of counter magic, you know? I guess. And I find it really hard to cut something though, like land on the draw. Am I right, gamers? Ah, yes, yes, yes. I'm right, gamers. Land on the draw. Perfect. I mean, it's not terrible. I guess I keep it slightly traumatized by having to mull the 4 and 5. Oh, they may have a Storm Chaser hand, though. Yep. Like I said, you never know what side of Izzet lessons you're gonna come across. But it's okay. Find a way. Right, right. Okay, so they're not playing that out. It's clear they're holding up counter magic. Okay, or both, right? Event and bet attachments, counter magic, or both. They gotta hit a land. Okay, so they just discarded negate. Probably means they have more than... Yeah, they should have a lot more in the hand then. I do think Storm Chaser Challenge is scary enough for me to want a counter or an attempt at. But I do have 2 ways of dealing with the otter, so maybe I just let it slide for now. Like, I think an Artist Talent would be worse. Okay. Now I'm not vibing anymore. Damn. We have here red, okay. So that puts us at least here. Gotta get rid of Grandma. She's too spooky. Okay, proceeds to play another Grandma. Fine. God damn. I mean, I don't have counter regardless. I don't have a counter regardless, so can't do shit. Yeah, I wanted to avoid the Ancestral Recall, but... Man. I'm holding up a null in case they play an Artist Talent or whatever, Monument, anything of that sort. I mean... Not the vibe, I guess. At least the verges are fixed. And I will attempt to shoot Gran. Eddie Merc. Right. Okay. Bitch is trying here, but... I really hate that, man. I really, really thought that they were just gonna grab back the Ancestral Recall. I know people still play the crab version. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but... No, it is what it is. Alright. I really gotta step the fuck up now, I guess. I'll try. Yeah, it really can solo, huh? I'm like, it's so hard because we're on 2 life and I really want to gain life to get out of like scary monument range. But also, you know, I think this has to be Ultima. Or you could go Beza. Beza buys its time too. Maybe it's just Beza. Honestly. Also, the 70 stream streak. Let's go. Thank you so much. I mean, it's hard to say no to stock up, even though I think a counterspell would make me feel a lot better. Damn, they still... Oh, I guess so. Like, they still keep Combustion Technique in against Control? Okay. That's dead on that. Yeah, I saw Robin announcing new album. I'm set. Like, I will be tuning in. Okay. There we go. No, I mean, if I could ban any card out of standard. If I could ban any card out of standard, number 1 on my wish list would be Stormchaser's Talent. I'm so sick of that card. I'm so sick of it. It has successfully managed to escape the ban list for so fucking long now. Nah. It's always like the main reason why Izzet has been dominating for so long is because Stormchaser's Talent. Every single deck that had shit, every single Izzet deck that had something banned out of it, all had Stormchaser's Talent in it. All of it. Like, all of them. The Corey Seal deck, the Vivi deck, like... all had Stormchaser. The bounce decks that also had to have cards banned out of them. Town ain't big enough. Hopeless Nightmare. Bounce decks, what did they play? Stormchaser's Talent. Like, how is Stormchaser's Talent part of, like, 8, or what, like a combined total of 8 decks that had to get banned, and it has never received a ban? Like, there's one thing that all these decks have in common that keep getting hit by bans, All these decks have one card in common and it's Storm Chaser talent. Food for thought. And Island. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we cannot ban basic Island. But, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of wild. Okay. I'm just saying, like, I mean, not that I'm saying it's correct to ban Storm Chaser Talon, but I am saying, like, there's one card that's always at the scene of the crime. Surprisingly. It's kind of like you're witnessing, you know, 10 murders, and there's surprisingly always this one guy at the scene, and nobody suspects him. It's like, okay. There's one suspicious looking otter in like a trench coat and a hat on, and nobody suspects it. Like, okay. The common denominator. Nah, it's true. It's true. Maybe he's just really chill, yeah? Maybe he's just really chill. That's our resident murder witness. Nothing to do with the killer. Nah, it's true. Like, that's legit the reasoning. It feels like you go insane once you, like, notice that pattern, but it's like... Nah, I do think they had to hit profs because, like... I do think they had to hit profs, of course, because... the card was gonna be disgusting. But, our opponent, we're playing, Pasco, I guess. I could go Revelation in response to this crab, but I'm going full shields down, which I'm not really a fan of. Could fire like double Helix on it, but I mean, I don't hate double Helix. But also Helix is a part of how I'm gonna win this game, most likely. And again, I think Helix just lines up the best here. Nah, the thing is, like, the second I feel like I use my 3 steps, like, it's gonna backfire on me through them firing off, like, an Ancestral Recall or something like that randomly. I mean, not that they have the things in the graveyard yet, but they can just go crazy out of nowhere, huh? Such a different game when you don't miss land drops. Nah, it's true. It's true. So their whole hand is just Eddie Mercrabs. Oh shit, look who it is. What the fuck is this? Yo, what? What is happening? So their whole hand is legit these types of things, huh? Whatever. Transformative sideboard? Nah, seriously though. If I knew I was gonna draw that, I would have done this. Is my one-off. I think this is just Revelation time. Bounce to Starting Town, because I like that shit. It's the budget. Oh, it's the budget version? I see. You can craft that as a new player. I see. Is it like the... all commons and commons version or something. Well, minus the crucial cards, of course. Hey, that makes me feel nice. Get a rip going. Whoa! A null? What is going on? Okay. The control mage got out-countered, I guess. Right. Well, you know, period, I guess. That's probably why their hand was fully stuck, because they were just sitting on counter spells. Okay. Who said, let me help you out, buddy? Oh, Quench? I mean, alright. That was a wild match. Okay, well, lesson player defeated. Believed in a 3-0. I believe in a 3-0. MTG Arena is a dick. Like, why is our 26 land deck constantly having the mulligan? Because we find 1-landers and 0-landers. I believe Arena is sabotaging us. Either way, lessons. Round 3. Oh, not yet. You've become very conspiracy pilled around Arena Shuffler. Yeah. I guess I have to seam rip the Badger. I don't know. I mean, it's just like the only reason I believe they have the technology for hand smoothing and all that shit, which also probably means that they can like use it to manipulate you and force you into bad spots, but simultaneously, like, what is their motive? Like, that's the thing that you cannot convince me on, right? Like, A, what's their motive? And B, I also feel like, damn, this is gonna get not cute. What's their motive? And simultaneously, like, you know, when we're getting unlucky, our opponent is winning. Like, and that's also just a really big fucking part of it, right? When you're getting unlucky and you lose because you don't hit your lands or whatever the fuck, your opponent gets lucky. So it's like, you know, it can't be. I wonder at this point if my best bet is to just try and find a board wipe. I think I have no choice. And of course, and no board wipe. Period. Randomness is a lot more swingy than most people expect. Yeah, that's just kind of the way it is, right? You know? No, that's true, Bible, but that is only in best of 1. Like, that exists, but it's not present in best of 3. So in best of 3, you have a lot more weird shit happening. I'm fucked. 3 badger moles. I needed a board wipe so bad here. Nah, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand why people throw conspiracies around. Like, I do understand why people... 3 badgers, okay. I get why people resort to such things, because it's like... You know, sometimes weird shit really does occur so often on Arena. I mean, look at my opponent here. They have 3 badger moles. They have 3 badger moles in the top 16 cards. You know... Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a board wipe, so... This is supposed to be the match that we're great at, you know? This is supposed to be the match for us, but... I do still think this is a Tishana matchup, too. But it's also like, why would a company do that? It's like, that's one of the big things I can't get behind. It's like, it's so weird. I got no blue, so rip stock up. Sad. I would like stock up. Sad. Riot put me in a loser queue because they dislike me in particular. Yeah, no, it's true. You've given up trying to convince folk. Yeah, I just don't think it's possible like that, for real. I mean... Yeah. Shit's weird, you know? Random is random. It happens IRL too, and they just don't have anybody to blame. Yeah. It's true. It's true, and like, IRL, you always have, you know, human shuffling most of the time. The way people shuffle most of the time isn't perfect. Trying to set up a day of judgment, I guess. Isn't perfect, and simultaneously, like, I also do believe whenever we talk about stuff like this, I do also believe that there is definitely something to, like, the sample sizes that you have when you play on Arena, you know? Like, you play so much more than you ever would. I think I'm still supposed to helix the Roboroid here, just in case I have a counterspell. My brain activated. She locked in. She locked in. Either way, here I am. At least I got some blue, so... Card draw is, online. Flash Trees is Haterville, you know, like, that's hater as fuck. Yeah. Nah, but like, I think also... Like I said, once you get to a position where you play so many games on MTG Arena, and like especially on Best of One, and I think there's definitely the biggest group of people that believes that the game is rigged are absolutely Best of One players. Like, I'm willing to put that in put a poll, create a poll to make that happen. So 100% believe in that. But then it's like, all right. Crazy that their hands still develop that way, but yeah. I just want one more land. Make my day. Best of one is rigged. But like, why would best of one be rigged and for who for, right? Like, I think the only reason why best of one is weird is because Magic the Gathering as a game was not designed to be a best of one game. Like, that's the reality a lot of people can't face. Like, Magic is not a best of one game, right? You add so many elements of like RNG, coin flip gets like intensified. I just don't think you help yourself when you decide to play, you know, best of one. Everything that's bad about this game becomes worse once you choose to do it. They should have just never made best of one as dominant on Arena as it is. Like, it has a time to sit through best of threes. Well, then they should invent something like quick play, which would be best of one. But some people, even when they have all the time in the world, still gravitate towards best of one, and those are the people that are salty. Because I assume if you don't have enough time to make best of three, that you're an employed person that's not going to be sitting there playing this game for hours on end, you know? If your excuse to not play best of three is I don't have time, then you probably just play for like 10 minutes a day and you are not part of this conversation. The conversation is about people that play best of one hours a day and then still complain about a lot of things that, you know, best of three would eliminate. And I think that's a good majority of the people, most likely, so... Another badger. Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to play your own jank or play more jank, like, then it's all valid. Like I said, there's no... Obviously, I understand people wanting to play best of one, but, you know, if you play best of one, you do also... The TLDR of all of this is, like, when you play best of one, you do just surrender yourself to all the randomness that comes with it. And then, personally, I don't feel like you are in a position to complain about randomness when you decide to throw yourself in the lion's den of randomness, you know? And yet, most of the time, when it's people that are so convinced that the game is rigged against them, it's literally always, most of the time, best of one players. It's like, yeah, well, you know, kind of fucked it for yourself. Just hoping this works. If it's another counter magic, I mean, that'd be crazy. I mean, how they did that, you tell me? I hate her for she spoke the truth. Nah, I mean, it's like, you gotta keep it real. Like, there's nothing wrong with, you know... There's nothing wrong with wanting to play best of one, but then it's like, why is it always the best of one players that are so convinced the game is rigged when it's like, bro, you chose this. I fear. I fear. Alright, how do I get rid of this Rizzler? Do we even have spot removal in this deck? I don't think so. Like, no get loss or something? Well, shit. I fear I have no choice. Just gonna wipe the board here. Versus stats, best of one players complain all the time. The stats, I mean, I haven't run a poll if that's what you're asking for, but it's just most of the time when you see people complaining YouTube comments or social media, Twitter, Reddit, all of that, then they end up being best of one players more often than not. Yeah. I don't know. Should be able to close this out. Thank you, Deca Tashana, 3 damage if he anticipates Helix. Yeah, I mean, sure. Could have done that. We just have to run him over with Jeskai Revelations, right? That's the plan now. Well, yes. Meta in a good state. Yeah, I'd say so. These matches are long. Welcome to Jeskai Control. Like, that's how it be. That's how it be. If you want to be a control player and you have your limited short on time, yeah, that's when you have to be a best of one gamer, because I think that's also a big reason why a lot of control players flock to best of one, because it's like, if you play control in best of 3, you lock yourself into a match a day. Yeah. It's kind of not it, you know. Ain't it, boss? Ain't it? Anyway, I did it, boss. Well, not yet. I have another game, I believe, so I will do it soon, I hope. So anyways, TLDR, just ban control out of the game. Is this an issue? Everybody finds this an issue? Anybody in the chat's like, yes, I want to spend 2 hours playing control? Okay, okay. So ban it. No, I'm kidding. I wish I could say that, though. And, you know, make a strong case, but... yeah, I could never be a, somebody who loves playing control. Like, it would straight up just... my attention span is also just literally not there for it. You won't spend 2 hours playing control. Alright, alright. They're out there. They're out there. Control still has shooters. The only control decks you hate are the ones who want to win with lands. Yeah, that pissed me the fuck off. Back in the day, you had that fucking Teferi deck that won with the... what was the White Castle? It was a Castle Ardenvale? Or some shit. And like, that was it. Like, that was it. Like, that was it. They had Castle Ardenvale and that was their win con. Nah, that shit pissed me off so bad. Like... yeah, who's gonna be the one making banned control with Basing Say as a win con? Who's gonna do it? It's not me, I can promise you that. I do not volunteer. Yeah, nah, like that era when it was just like Castle Ardenvale or Teferi Tux himself, like, oh my god, literal worst timeline. Literal worst timeline ever. Shit was fucking bad. Like, that really made me be from, like, somebody that was just like, I mean, control is not for me, to like, okay, I fucking hate control. Like, that's really what made me hate the archetype. Winkleless control is just evil, yeah. Worse than VV. I mean, it wasn't, like, strong like that, but it was fucking annoying to play against L. Like, it was so annoying. That shit was just awful about it. So also why I respected the Jeskai Shiko control deck a lot, because I felt like it did a really good job at closing games out at a reasonable time, you know? I really liked it for that reason. I mean, now, unfortunately, Shiko has fallen out of favor, which sucks. But I really did like that about it. It just did a pretty good job at, like, just getting the hell out of the game, and, you know, that's nice. Counter? That would be nice. Yeah, Nicol Bolas. That was such a sick card, man. The 4 mana Nicol Bolas that would transform into a planeswalker. Like, what a time to be alive. Yeah, that one was sick. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get another counter out of here. I think I will succeed. Oh. You still have a playset, so sad. Oh yeah. The good old days. Okay, very sussy. Not wanting to play something out there. Very sus. Yeah, they had cool animations and shit. Yeah. You know, back when they still gave a shit. Back when they still cared. Esper Doom. Oof, that was a mean deck. Fuck, that was such a mean card, man. Ooh. What was that card again? Throne of Eldraine, I believe? Shit. Mean as hell. Right, like at this point I'm kind of convinced they have a counter in their hand still. Find a way to get that out of there. You still play Doom Foretold in Pio? Oh shit, keeping the dream alive. Man, I mean, that's a lot of... Ah, fuck it. I'll attempt a board wipe. I know you got a counter, so just play it out. Let's get it over with. Like, y'all know you got it. Yep. That's pretty brutal now. Just vote, just vote. Well, I don't know. Oh, is that just Crater Hoof that I can't stop? I don't know. Let me try to... Okay, that's at least not counter, though. Yeah, I'm dead as hell, right? Damn. He lived. For life from base, I come in clutch. Okay, chat, we got this. Oh my goodness. Getting out of it. Oh my goodness. Escaping. Do I just fire this off now? Like, I feel like yes, because it's too good to get countered, right? Get that going there. Whew, back to 11. Don't worry, Robroid, I can still board wipe you. And I'll do it again. Guess I'll get some damage in. She learned. Get another, Not just winning me the game. Am I stupid? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just wins. Okay, period. Hey, that worked out so much better than I thought. Alright, alright, alright. We'll take it, we'll take it. Alright.